if you told me 9 months ago that I would be, sharing my heartbreak through these forms of arts that are healing me, then I would have told you were crazy.
Heartbeats is evolving.
Hello, everybody.
Oh
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to Heartbeats 2.0.
We're here with you live. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I am Karina Noel Castillo, and this is my co-founder, Stevie Ray Dominguez.
Hello.
We are the co-founders of the Heartbreak Artists.
Exactly. And you just watched some clips of our Heartbeats show last year. I was going to say 1.0, but it didn't have that title. It was just Heartbeats. And obviously, due to the pandemic and COVID, we are unable to meet in person and have a big party like we did last year. So we're doing it different. We're reacquainting ourselves with intimacy, by being in the intimacy of our own homes and seeing people's heartache and heartbreak from here. So we're really excited about it, and we're really excited about having everybody join us on YouTube. I just wanted to let you know that we're doing a goodie bag giveaway, and the way to enter that is by maybe post a little picture that you're watching this onto your Instagram stories. If you don't, and tag us. If you don't have Instagram, you can always email us at theheartbreakartists@gmail.com. Just let us know where you're watching from. And then if you win, we'll select a winner by the end of the night. If you win, we will reach out to you in your email or DMs, whichever, and we'll get your information and we'll send you a little goodie bag.
There's a ticker right below us down at the bottom. Email us at theheartbreakartists@gmail.com. That's with the Heartbreak Artists, the at the beginning. Don't forget that. But I just wanted to say thank you so much to my co-founder, Stevie Dominguez, for being my better half. We are a great team, I think, and we couldn't have done this without each other. And we're so excited to show you all of the art that we have today, all of these incredible artists. We are going to start off with Mr. Eric Gavica. Eric Gavica was born in Paramount, California, and he was raised in Los Angeles, just in the East Side. He's been acting professionally since he was 19 years old. His clothing line, Gavica Co., consists of high-quality leather and denim materials handcrafted into custom jeans, shirts, bags, and more. And just reminding you guys that tonight we're celebrating heartbreak, everything that comes with heartbreak, how it makes us better people. And so all of these artists have taken that theme and expanded upon that. So we're so excited to show you Eric's work. And all of the artists are going to be presenting 2-minute videos with a couple of special live performances. So without further ado, here's Mr. Eric Gavica's work.
Heartbreak.
You're obsessed.
You're like a drug.
I'm addicted
Love
to
me.
like a drug.
I'm obsessed.
Know me.
Know me. Love me now.
I'm strung out.
Nothing new to me. A return to intimacy. Love for art. But the love goes through the ringer of the grind. Accomplished success. Life can get tough. And along the way, I find myself unsatisfied. I want to quit. Falling out of love heartbroken that what is expected is not the reality. I want to be free. I push through because I love what I do. Creating with love reignites my passion, reignites my flame, reinvigorates my soul. I return to intimacy. Fuel for my journey. I keep going. I won't stop. I can't. Add love to everything you do. Music, film, fashion. You won't go wrong. Love me. Love me now. Feel like a drug. I'm addicted to you. I'm obsessed. No. I'm strung out. I love you.
Video and
Hi guys, we're back. So unfortunately, Eric has been having a couple of technical difficulties, but I have him on the phone right here. Eric, do you want to say hello?
hi everyone.
Hi,
So Eric, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? We just saw your video. They know what you look like, so now they get to hear your beautiful voice again. So tell us who you are and about your work.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Karina, and your friend at the Heartbreak Artists. Thank you so much for having me and giving me an opportunity to express myself and my art. My name is Eric, of course, and from Los Angeles, California, born and raised. And I'm an actor and a musician, and I guess why make clothes now?
You make amazing clothes.
Man, it would be so much better to see you guys, man. Wow, I was looking so much forward to seeing everyone, and I wanted to see everyone.
I know.
But, you know, such is life right now. But I like to send everyone all my positivity and love and gratitude, and, you know, gratitude and love, and most off, just gratitude and love.
Oh, well, we're grateful to you, Eric. And can you tell us just a little bit of what you want people to know about Heartbreak? What can you share about your experiences, and what would you like to share with others so they can get through whatever they're going through?
Well, just, you know, take your time and own it. Just own every situation and take a deep breath and know that it shall too will pass, and not every heartbreak is the actual broken ones. Because, you know, I've personally have a lot of friends who have checked out because that last heartbreak, and you know, life's not worth that. Life is so beautiful and abundant. And I tell you, every heartbreak is to give you guys the better, beautiful insight of love and life, you know. And I'm one that has been heartbroken for a long time. And the reason why I say add love this, let's love this, I love you this so much, I love this, is because I need it so much for myself. And the only way I believe that we can all get it is by giving. And we need to give love in order to be able to receive that love, you know?
Yeah.
We got to love ourselves 100% the way that we want to be loved. And you know, I think the love energy that we give off to the world is the love energy that we receive. But we are, you know, it's a beautiful thing that a topic that you have, you know, the Heartbreak Artists, because we are all heartbroken, all of us. And I have a daughter, and Karina, you know her, and I would wish her no heartbreak at all. I would wish her no heartbreak, but that's something that's beyond my control. And that too is an illusion, and she will be heartbroken. But I guess with my heartbreak, that can teach the next person is that it's not all that it seems. Just take it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take it like a great dog and just keep it pushing, baby.
Yeah.
Love will always shine through.
It will. Love will always shine through. And can you tell people where they can find your work, where they can follow you? We've also got your handles up on screen, so let everybody know how they can find you.
Okay, in Los Angeles, California. You can find me here. I'm in El Sereno, California. You can see my Instagram at Gavika.3 and at Gavika.co. And you can find me, Eric Gavika. Just Google me and send me a message somewhere. And, we'll be in touch and we'll stay in love. And thank you so much, Karina, for giving artists such as myself a platform to express themselves. And thank you so much, Karina, for what you're doing.
Oh.
You're an amazing individual. I'm sending you so much of my love. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Stevie and I are so happy that you're a part of this, and we're so grateful that you could be here today. I'm sorry that they couldn't see your face, but you know what? They're hearing your words and they're getting your spirit through your words and your work. So thank you for being with us tonight, Eric.
Thank you so much for having me, and good luck to the rest of the artists out there. And I can't wait to see everybody else's work. Karina, I love you. Stevie, thank you so much. Have a great evening.
You too, Eric. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, it worked out.
Yeah, I was like really excited about that. I was like, oh, that's such a smart idea. I wouldn't have thought to that. Be like, well, I guess we'll just read his bio.
So one of the other things that we talked about, that Stevie and I talked about with this broadcast is, actually this is perfect timing, the sound behind me. So we talked about intimacy, right? Like inviting people into our process.
And into our homes. Like I'm sitting on my couch right now.
So things are gonna go wrong. My dog's probably gonna bark. Somebody's gonna walk into frame most likely, but you know what? We wanted to make sure that we share these really amazing artists with you today. So this is a part of our process. So we're welcoming you guys into our homes. But Stevie, shall we move on to the next person?
We shall. And the next artist we have is a dear friend of mine, Hannah Choi. Hannah studied photography, and then after she completed a degree, she came and wanted to broaden her creative interests to include calligraphy and watercolor. Her work revolves around the theme of identity, often in search of a sense of belonging. Sources of inspiration for Hannah include an admiration of nature, patterns, and influence from her Korean American background. And in oftentimes bleak and heartbreaking world, Hannah hopes to create pockets of beauty through her her careful lettering and colorful brushstrokes. And I'm so excited to see her work. I've already seen it, full disclosure. I'm so excited for you guys to see what she shares with us. She does it in such a unique way that is so unique to her, and it's brought me to tears more than once. And Hannah's a returning artist. Hannah was in our Heartbeats show last year with her calligraphy, and what a joy she is. So without further ado,
here we go.
Love can be an infinite resource if you let it, but it's only possible once you accept and let go of the pain of the past and move on to create room for growth, which allows new relationships and opportunities to flourish. I had a friend whose philosophy was that love is a finite resource, that every time she fell in love with someone new, they took a part of her heart that couldn't be replaced. And maybe she's right, that our love for each person is unique, special, and irreplaceable, but I also believe that I don't have any less love to give. In that way, the flow of people who come and go in my life creates a sort of balance. Which brings me to Rupi Kaur's poem. She reminds me to be grateful, even for the relationships and friendships that didn't work out, and to remember that in turn, I forged new connections that may not have been possible otherwise. So in the grand scheme of things, heartbreak is not all bad or all good. It may hurt at the time, but as long as I don't dwell in the sadness of loss, the pain will be balanced out by the warmth and healing that can be found in new beginnings.
All right. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. I loved that. Thank you for sharing that with us.
No, thank you for having me on. I wish we could meet in person, but
I know.
I can't
I'll
wait.
take it.
Hannah, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I just want to say thank you again. I really, really love seeing that again. Hannah, would you tell us who are you? As in, like, where are you from, and what's your artistic background?
I've always struggled answering this question because I wish I could just be like, I'm from here, period. But I guess the short answer would be that I'm from Korea, where I grew up mostly, even though I was born in the States. And I've lived in LA now for about maybe over 5 years now. And before that, I was in Portland, where I went to school. And that's where I learned calligraphy. And before that, I was actually into photography, which I still enjoy, but these days I really do enjoy lettering and calligraphy and a little bit of poetry. I did write my own poems last year, but this year I just wanted to do something a little bit more simple. And I might look into poetry a little bit more to grow as an artist. But yeah, that's a gist of who I am, I guess, as an artist.
I love that. Thank you. I love that like evolution of yourself as an artist too. You're like, I started in photography and it became about lettering and calligraphy and poetry, and you're just looking to expand that. And would you tell us what your piece is about?
Yes. So when I think about heartbreak, like I mentioned in the video, it reminded me of a friend from college who told me that for her, love meant that every time she would, fall in love or give love to someone, that was giving away a part of her heart. And to me, that was, I just felt sad for her, because that means that she would eventually burn out of love to give. And I feel like that's like in stark contrast with my own philosophy. And I actually look at this poem every day. It's like right here. It's by Rupi Kaur. And I just find it such an elegant way of capturing the idea that there's a give and take with everything. And it's less about like everything happens for a reason and more about like your own perspective and attitude towards life. And yeah, she just reminds me to be grateful even when I'm feeling down. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And as far as sharing, I don't know if I'm like rambling, but
Keep going.
I chose to do a time lapse of the poem just because, it felt right. And I wanted to share a format that I enjoy watching myself. Like I love watching other calligraphers and letterers write. And it's sort of like a meditative process, or it's so like calming to watch someone write, even if you don't know exactly what it's going to say. But like even in the process of like seeing each letter being written, sorry, I'm nervous.
No,
But,
you're doing great.
yeah,
Well,
it's just about, yeah.
No, I wanted to reiterate that like Karina said, we're inviting people into the process, and it's like a really intimate process, and like getting to see it like be played out in front of us, and like the amount of detail and the care that you put into each stroke is like, it's incredible and it's beautiful. And the way that you're speaking of it, like you obviously care so much about your work, and it shows a lot.
Oh, thank you, Stevie. But yeah, I think that's what was going through my mind as I created this piece. And I hope that, as you guys watch, that it just gave you some sort of, like you have some sort of response to it, whether it's like feeling a little bit of a solace or provoking any sort of thought or just making you smile. I hope you guys enjoyed it in some way.
Oh, definitely we did. I did. What do you want people to know about your experience with heartbreak, and what can they learn from it?
I think initially, like the word heartbreak just makes me think of like romantic relationships. that, you know, there are different types of heartbreak, and I wrote about that in my poetry last year. And I think from each of those types of heartbreaks, like the similar concept of what I learned from them was that it's only as permanent and destructive as you let it be, and it's a choice. And I don't know if everyone feels that way, but for me, I think from personal experience, like I clung on to heartbreak because it was like a familiar sort of thing, and maybe some sort of denial, but I had to learn to move on and learn and grow, and I think that's a healthy thing to experience. So yeah, I think if you're willing, you will heal. And if you're going through heartbreak right now, I just feel for you. And I want you to know that if you are willing, like it's your choice to try to like put your own self into your own healing. Like time will heal, but like you got to be an active role in that too.
Oh, take me to church, Hannah. I'm like sitting here like, okay, all right, we hear you. I got you, universe. Thank you for sending me, Hannah. And lastly, where can we find your work and or buy your work?
Well, at the moment, I actually took my website down. I'm still working on it. But if you do want to connect with me, I have an Instagram that I have some of my lettering, calligraphy, and my poetry from last year. It's on my Instagram. It's there. That's my name without any vowels. So yeah, if you want to connect me, please, that's where you can find me. Yeah.
Okay. I like that you pointed out that it was your name without any vowels. I was like, oh.
Jumping in, I noticed that earlier today when I was looking for it. I was like, I want to make sure I spell it right. And then I realized, oh, it doesn't have any vowels in it. That's so neat.
Well, thank you so much, Hannah. Truly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hannah. Also, the software that we're using today is really cool because I can see the other artists as they're in here. And one of our artists, as Hannah was talking, was literally like pumping his fists, so excited about what she had to say. Well, Hannah, thank you so much. Everybody go follow these artists. They're all really incredible. They're good people. They're really amazing artists. And it's definitely something that, you know, you should go support them and see their evolution as they move through the world and incorporate some of these new lessons that they're learning about heartbreak into their art. So we're going to be moving on to Miss Grace Snyder. She's going to switch with Stevie. Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm nervous.
We're all nervous.
I was up next, so I got a little freaked out.
You're keeping you on your toes.
Yes.
So Grace Snyder, this lovely lady who writes under the pen name Graves, is a writer. And she's also a creator based in Los Angeles. Her inspiration for her poetry is drawn from personal experiences and emotions, deeply feeling highs, lows, and everything in between. So we've got a treat today because Grace is going to be doing some live poetry reading. So I'm going to be helping her out here. And you're going to be seeing her artwork on screen, well, her poetry on screen, and also one of our other artists who's going to be coming up later. You're going to be seeing his incredible artwork that is in collaboration with Graves. All right. Y'all set?
Yes. Yeah. I just wanted to shout out John Johnson really quickly, who you'll see after me. And he did all the art on these poems, and it's amazing. So, all right.
You get 2 for 1 here. Here we go.
I gotta move over here. I gotta move over. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh wait, no. All right. This first one is called Lyrics. You came into my life like a song I hadn't heard in years. Now you're stuck in my head, and I haven't forgotten a word. This one's called Dissipate. You're the smoke in the air I tried to grasp to keep you in my space. With every reach, you dissipate until you're no longer there. This one's called Once. I want what I can't have, but why is that so bad when all I want to have is you? Okay, this one's called Bittersweet Dreams. You enter my dreams like my mind is your front door. You don't even need a key. The welcome mat greets you, for this is the only place I will ever see you. This one's called Kylie. I'm swimming in your amber eyes, refreshing cool on my hot skin. Every kiss like a drop of water after living in an endless drought. And this one's called Hummingbird. How to appreciate the small things when the big things weigh me down. Like the clouds that flee, the air I breathe, my body pressed to the ground. I close my eyes in surrender, then open my eyes to find a hummingbird so light and free, a simple reminder to let go and be.
Oh, those are so beautiful.
Thank you.
And amazing work by John Johnson.
Yes, thank you, John.
So, Grace, can you tell me who you are? Who are you? Where are you from? And what is your artistic background?
Sure. I am from Cleveland, Ohio, originally. I've lived in a lot of places since moving to Los Angeles. I actually used to be a flight attendant, so I've lived in quite a few cities, but I've landed here in LA. My artistic background, I have a degree in English, and I used to actually write film criticism. That was like my first writing gig ever, was writing film criticism. But since I've switched to the more creative outlet, I've been writing poetry since I can remember. And I just, started sharing it with the world a couple of years ago. And it's been thrilling and like scary at the same time. But overall, it's been a good experience. Yeah.
What's your piece about, or pieces?
All of my pieces are about, I feel like they're about love. Whether it's the loss of love or the start of love or being in love or heartbreak, or just finding a love for the little things. I feel things very deeply, and I find that it's really easy for me to write about how deeply I'm feeling these things and to express them in a way that other people can relate to them. Because I know there are a lot of other deep feelers out there. And even if you're not a deep feeler, I think you can feel something by reading my words. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you already touched a little bit about it, but you have such amazing messages for people about love and about heartbreak. And it's really, I love following you on Instagram because I love getting kind of reminders about, what love is like and heartbreak, and also like the beautiful moments of love and heartbreak that happen. Can you share a little bit about what you want people to take away from your work and how to help them through something that they may be going through, or what heartbreak means to you?
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty lucky. The first heartbreak I really experienced was just a couple years ago, in like the romantic sense. And so I think that's why so much of my work is about that experience, is because it was kind of like my whole life was like leading me up to this moment of like falling in love for the first time and my heart breaking for the first time. And so what you get from my poetry is really a pure retelling of that story. Someone who didn't know much about love or heartbreak and is experiencing it for the first time. And I think that a lot of people can draw from that, whether it's their first time through a heartbreak or your 10th time through heartbreak. Please, hopefully you haven't been through 10 heartbreaks. But I think that it's important to have an outlet for the feelings that you're having. For me, it's writing. It can be dancing or singing or just like talking to your friends or a therapist, or like just some kind of outlet for the heartbreak that you're going through. I think that that's so important. That's what helped me the most, was having an outlet to express the feelings that I was feeling so deeply. And I also just want to say that it's okay to feel really deeply, because that's as a way to get through it. I think it's like the only way over is through, is like a saying they say. So just feel the feelings you're feeling, and don't be afraid to feel them, because Yeah, I don't know. I'm like rambling about I don't even know what anymore, but
No, you're not. You're doing so well.
all right.
No, you're absolutely right. And also, I want to say, congratulations on having your first big heartbreak.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's hard and it's so painful and it's horrible, and then something really amazing always comes out of it, growth and change and learning about yourself. And that's why we're doing this, and we're so lucky to have you be a part of this, not once but twice that you came back.
Yes, thank you. It's been an honor to be in my first and second ever art show. So
and you're a natural at it, so we can't wait to see what you do moving forward, and with love, with the lessons, and hopefully not too many more heartbreaks.
yeah, I prefer no more.
Thank you, Grace.
Yeah.
Stevie, come back.
Get out of here. Oh, we're good. Oh, yeah. Also, Grace can be found at Graves Rights, right there at the bottom.
That was my fault.
That's okay. It's okay. She yeah. I think I'm still like struck by like when we first switched, I went around the table and you came this way, and then you were like, I'm just gonna go the same way.
Like a choreographed dance over there.
I was like, what are you doing? This all worked out.
Yeah, guys, I had it up and I thought that I asked the question and I did not, but that's where you can follow her. It's at Graves Rights. She has really awesome poetry and also John Johnson's work as well. And speaking of John Johnson,
let me change my name back to me. Just in case.
Oh, I also, before we move on, see, we told you guys that it's going to be silly. So welcome to our intimate silliness that we have every time we meet on Wednesday. This is all we do. We just laugh.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to remind you again that we're doing a little bit of a raffle today. You get some original art, some bookmarks, you get a t-shirt, this t-shirt from the Heartbreak Artists. This is one of our original designs with our logo on it, and it's got our art. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got our name on the back. But we've got a lot of goodies in this goodie bag. So if you're interested in having some original art and prints and stickers and all that fun stuff, Stevie, what do? They email us, and then they also...
You can email us if you don't have Instagram. If you have Instagram, like, let us know that you're watching. Like, maybe take a little behind-the-scenes photo, tag us on your stories, and we'll be taking inventory throughout the night. I've been writing down the names of people. We'll just pick it out of a hat. I'll have Grace do it later. So if you go in, you can DM Grace at gravesrights.com or .com.
Oh no, I think Stevie froze, and what a face to freeze on. Okay, hopefully she comes back, and let's see. Oh, she's back. Okay, here you are. You froze for a little bit.
Oh no, I'm gonna freeze right now.
All right, so let's keep moving. Stevie, you want to take it? You want to take it from here?
Yeah, I have the honor of introducing a first-time Heartbreak artist to this show, not a returning artist. Another good friend of mine, John Johnson, great name. And John's work deals with escape, outward and inward. His favorite subjects comprise commonplace objects and the transitory slivers of the everyday. He resides in Los Angeles, and this is his work.
The physical sensation of heartbreak, I would pinpoint it at the pit of my stomach, similar to elevator drops on a roller coaster. It just feels very strong here. And with the free-falling figure, I let that lead me. So with this series, I call it Proxy. It's a reflection of the internal, what's going on in here. Also what's going on up here, the millions of things that you're going through, the ideas and the scenarios, the what could have beens. All of this is happening while maybe from the outside you're just sitting still, you're lying down, you don't want to get up, you don't want to join the world. Yeah, inside you just feel like you're losing form, you're losing parts of you that you thought were so well defined, slowly degenerating into, you know, your most primal, and those are the things that led me as I was drawing, and this loss of control that I really wanted to show with the series.
Wow. Thank you for that. I'll truly like on the verge of tears here, John. For real. Yeah. Thank you
for
so
having
much
me.
for sharing that with us. You hit the nail like right on the head. Like you're losing form. Like, whew, that got me. Anyway, I do have some questions for you, but also thank you so much for that.
Hey, thank you for inviting me. I think that the invitation to be a part of this is very humbling.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, and I drank a lot of coffee before this, so Heartbeats is a really good title because I'm just eating blueberries out of like nervousness. So
blueberries out of nervousness, and your heart is beating very quickly because
yeah, 2.0.
All right, and he's funny, ladies and gentlemen. John Johnson, who are you? Where are you from, and what's your artistic background?
Ooh, okay. So my name is John Johnson. It's a real name. I'm from LA, and as far as background, artistic wise, as a kid, I watched a lot of cartoons, and I read the funnies in the newspaper, and I'd watch like Quack Attack and Garfield, and I just constantly told myself, hey, I could draw that, and so I did. Yeah. And that's my artistic background. Saturday morning cartoons.
I could draw that, and I did. That's amazing. What can you tell us a little? I know you talked about your piece in your piece, but can you tell us what your piece is about, just again, or expand on it, if you will?
Yeah, sure. So I wanted to capture the physical part of it because, yeah, sure, it's all emotional, but for me, I was just very uncomfortable. I just wanted to it was like a stomach ache. So for me, I wanted to hone in on the free fall sensation of it. I mean, even the way we talk about love, it's like either you're falling in it, you're falling out of it. It's always you're just descending, the whole time. So I wanted to capture that lack of control. And I call the series Proxy because I wanted to influence the viewer into identifying with the free falling figures. And I wanted this to be interactive, for the viewer to hopefully ask themselves the questions, like, what am I feeling? Will I survive this, and where am I going to land? So I wanted these drawings to be torchbearers for those parts of your life that might seem obscure or uncertain.
Mission accomplished. Like, I think that even the way that you speak of like love, and it's like you're either falling in or out of it. It's always like this feeling like out of control, and like it's a very much a bodily experience. So like, I think you captured it just so great. I'm obviously so moved. I'm like, don't cry, Stevie. This is like the internet. What do you want people to know about your experience with heartbreak that they can learn from?
It could be, as Hannah mentioned earlier, in many forms, it could be a relationship, but it could also be a rejection from opportunities, the loss of a loved one. And I think there's another form of heartbreak that's undetectable because it's so slow and it's gradual. And it happens when you tell yourself, I'm not good enough. When you tell yourself, there are others better than me out there. And I'm speaking from experience here. So when we throw in these, self-directed microaggressions throughout our day. We chip away at our self-worth, and we cut ourselves off from, hope and affection, and essentially we break our own hearts. We unknowingly perpetrate our own heartbreak. We're holding the scissors. So, be aware that maybe you might be suffering heartbreak by 1,000 cuts by doing that. Be nice to yourself, be kind to yourself. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Be nice to yourself, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
And lastly, where can we find more of your work or buy some of your work?
So my work's not on my Instagram because this is the first time I'm being public with it. Yeah, John Johnson is my Instagram. JohnJohnson.com is the website where you can see it. Yeah, and if it speaks to you, if you want to give my drawings at home, you can just DM me on Instagram.
Sweet. Well, thank you for allowing us to be the first place you publicly display your art. We are thrilled and honored, and I don't know if you can see the comment section in your stream, but your fans are here, and they're loud, and they're talking.
Yeah, some friends from all the way from elementary school. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a lot of love and support, so keep doing it. Yeah. Thank you, John. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. You're amazing. Everybody's so amazing.
So good. I'm like,
Stevie and I are both having conniptions over here.
Yeah.
At all these people's artwork. Yeah, John, your work is so, I wanted to talk so badly about your piece during our mental health check-in that Stevie and I do. We do it once a month on our Instagram. If you guys are interested in checking that out, you can always follow us at the Heartbreak Artists. Or we've been posting them on YouTube as well. But we were talking about healing through art and how, this is why we're doing what we're doing, and we really believe that art can be used as a form of therapy. I mean, it is a legitimate form of therapy. There is art therapy. You can go and find that on Psychology Today. So, for us, we grew up in the arts, and it's something that is a big part of who we are. And all of these artists, it's a big part of who they are. If we want to give all of these artists an opportunity to express these things, especially about a heartbreak and especially about love, that they otherwise can't do in a normal setting. This is a safe space to do that, and not only a safe space, but it's a place where we're going to celebrate that. So thank you so much for joining us. We have one more person.
Oh, do we?
We have somebody else coming up. Stevie, would you like to read this person's bio?
I would love nothing more than to read this person's bio. Sorry, I'm like multitasking. I'm getting the names of all the people. So
Stevie's doing a raffle on her side.
So I would love to introduce this new artist, this returning artist. Her name is Karina Noel Castillo. You know her. She is an LA Chicana actor, producer, award-winning director, and entrepreneur from Los Angeles. She is an alumnus of the prestigious LA County High School for the Arts and California Institute of the Arts, where she studied as a theater major. Her work has been seen on channels such as ABC, FYI, Fox, MeTV, and Amazon. Her film and television acting credits include The Good Doctor, Grey's Anatomy, LA's Finest, Better Things, and General Hospital, as well as horror anthology feature film Holidays.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
All right, guys. We're not going to have her interview me because we came up with the questions together. So I'm just going to talk afterwards. Hope you don't mind, but here's my video.
The time will come when with elation you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, "Sit here, need. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit. Feast on your life.
Don't mind me, I was just watching.
That was hilarious.
Behind the scenes, you know?
So hi guys, I'm Karina or Karina, whatever is easiest for you to say. Same thing that Stevie said. I went to Laksa. I come from. Do you want me to take you off so that while you're working? So I come from a family of actors. Stevie and I went to Laksa together, which is actually how we know each other. And I have been working as an actress and an editor and anything else that I can do for since then. So what are the other questions that we had? So my piece is about, it's about finding myself after so many years of life and lessons and learning and heartbreak. And this is a poem that a friend of mine once told me about many years ago. And after every breakup, I went back to it because I love it and I think it's beautiful. Love After Love by Derek Walcott. And it talks about finding yourself again and loving yourself and not forgetting who you are. And that's a part of what this process has been for me. So I decided to put that in film form. What I want people to know about heartbreak is, heartbreak is a really necessary part of life. It teaches you about yourself. It teaches you about how you want to be treated and how you should treat other people. It's an incredible opportunity to find out more about the really beautiful parts of life that only you know what that means to you. Those are the things that get you through heartbreak. Those are the things that keep you going. And after heartbreak, after moments and times that have really, really wounded me, something really amazing has happened afterwards. It's a cliche that when one door closes, another door opens, but it's truth. It's real. And one of the biggest heartbreaks that I've experienced, this came from it. This thing that we're doing today, this event, this amazing collection of artists and people, that's what came from a really difficult experience. So trust it. Trust what life has in store for you, because it's just preparing you for something awesome. It's the arrow that is being pulled back before it's getting shot forward. You're just getting pulled back. It's just the momentum that's going to let you go. So that's what I want you to know. And you can find more of my work at CarinaNoelCastillo.com. You can find me. I forgot to write a banner for myself, so I'm going to do it right now. It's just my name. Everything's just my name. So you can find me at Carina Noel Castillo. You can also find more of me at the Heartbreak Artists. You can find us at theheartbreakartists.com, which is right down here.
Yeah. We did it.
We did it. First night done.
Ooh, Heartbeats 2.0. We did that.
Woohoo!
And I didn't shed a tear. My eyes got watery, but I didn't shed it this time. Last year, waterworks.
Yeah, we were messes. Hopefully next year we can be messes again in person. But thank you for being here with us today, guys. Stevie, do we have a winner or do we?
Do. Well, Grace was near me to watch your video, but she also chose from our little, I made some paperwork, but she chose the name Demetra Sewers. That came from Instagram, so I will DM Demi and get some information to get their goodie bag to them.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. You're going to get some really cool stuff. We have some really, the artists that are going to be a part of tomorrow's night as well. If you are there with us, I hope you guys are. If you can't, you can catch us on the 13th. But some of the artists from tomorrow, they have pieces in the goodie bag. So you'll be getting some of that as well. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. But otherwise, thank you guys so much. Thank you to our artists who are here still. Thank you for watching.
Hi guys, thanks so much.
Eric, if you're watching, we love you. And everybody else, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, Stevie. Round of applause for them.
Woohoo!